Hey,
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Mitat Hani from Rehan Alawala School Teachers Boot Camp, batch number 5. Today we have our guest Maya from CSAME. So, Maya, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. Good to be here with you today.
So, Maya, today we are going to discuss about the emotional intelligence. So, what do you think? What is emotional intelligence?
I think emotional intelligence is pretty fundamental. It's really about understanding yourself and other people, recognizing your own emotions, what triggers them, and then being able to manage them. But it also goes beyond that. It's about reading other people's emotions, empathy, and how all that affects interactions. For teachers, especially, it seems critical because you're dealing with kids who haven't fully figured out the real worlds yet.
Can you please share the real life examples of emotional intelligence the people who are facing?
Definitely. Take this scenario. A teacher notices one of their students, maybe 8 years old, who's normally really engaged, suddenly withdraws and starts acting out in class. Someone with high emotional intelligence won't just see the disruption, but might pick up on cues like the student's body language. Maybe their unusual eye contact or their work quality has dropped. They'd recognize that the acting out could be a sign of something deeper. Maybe they're struggling at home or feeling anxious about something happening at school. Instead of punishing the behavior, they'd have the empathy to check in with the student privately and figure out what's really going on. It's about seeing behavior as communication rather than just discipline issues. On the
Uh,
flip side, someone with lower emotional intelligence might just view the behavior as disruptive,
do you really think that,
finding out the
yes, do you really think that uh, a comfort level is important in the emotional intelligence? Is the empathy plays an important role?
absolutely. Comfort level with emotions is huge. I think people who aren't comfortable with their own feelings, who shut down or avoid them, can struggle to recognize them in others too. And empathy can't really exist without that first step of emotional awareness,
So why is it
feeling or
important?
why it's hard. It's recorded because we're still in beta, and the team is using these conversations to help improve how I work, basically, making
Uh,
sure I'm helpful and keep getting better at chatting. Your call is transcribed so that my memory and context work smoothly as well.
why emotional intelligence is important?
From a teacher's perspective, emotional intelligence matters
For
for
teacher and
everything.
student, both
It,
perspective.
yeah, exactly, for both teachers and students. For teachers, it helps them manage stress better when dealing with challenging situations. You get kids acting out, parent conflicts, classroom disruptions. Emotionally intelligent teachers handle that more effectively without getting completely overwhelmed. They build better relationships with their students, which in turn leads to a more positive learning environment where kids feel safe and supported. And for students, kids with higher emotional intelligence tend to perform better academically, stronger social skills, and manage conflict more effectively. They're less likely to get bullied, better at dealing with setbacks, and generally just more resilient overall. So it's really a skill set that sets students up for success and life beyond academics, too.
Does the academic pressure gives the emotional intelligence boost up?
Um, that's a really interesting question. Academic pressure necessarily creates, it can actually hinder it. High stakes testing and constant competition can lead to anxiety and stress that actually suppress emotional development if not managed well. But I do think navigating those pressures can force you to confront emotions you might otherwise avoid. You have to deal with failure, disappointment, even fear.
Yes,
So
but I
the
think
pressure
that
itself isn't the thing
other
that
than the
builds
pressure,
EI.
Maya, other than the pressure, do you think their grades and whatever they are doing, uh, the bullying pressure is also plays an important role in their aggression?
Definitely. Bullying has a massive impact both on kids who are being bullied and the ones doing the bullying. For kids getting bullied, it triggers a whole range of painful emotions: fear, sadness, shame, anger. Uh, but it's tough. For kids who are bullying others, it's often a sign they're struggling with their own emotional issues, maybe anger, lack of empathy, a need to feel powerful when they feel insecure, but they're often not aware of that connection. So it's this cycle where bullying creates emotional distress for everyone involved. And unfortunately, if it's not addressed well, it can actually shut down the development of emotional intelligence for both sides.
So, can you please share me some tips for the shy students? How can they overcome from their emotional intelligence?
Absolutely. For shy students, I think building in that emotional awareness is really the first step, because shyness can be about anxiety around reading social cues or fearing judgment. Encouraging small, low stakes interactions is huge. Maybe, or giving them roles where they're responsible for specific tasks where their contribution is clear. A lot of times, shy students are really thoughtful observers. Teachers can help them verbalize what they see others feeling. Asking questions like, "What do you think your classmate is feeling right now?" gets them practicing empathy in a safe way. And normalizing talking about feelings generally helps, making space in the classroom where sharing emotions is seen as okay, not weird.
Yes, that sounds good. Now, Maya, can you please summarize the emotional intelligence in words so that we will end our topic for today?
Absolutely. In a nutshell, emotional intelligence is understanding your own emotions and those of others. It's having empathy, managing stress, building relationships, and making thoughtful decisions. It's not just about being nice, it's about using emotions as a source of information, now actively, and being present and responsive in your interactions. For teachers, it means building better relationships, creating safe learning environments, and ultimately helping students become well rounded, resilient people. For students, it means building confidence, navigating conflicts, and developing the social skills they need for a fulfilling life.
So, in the end, I would like to say that action speaks louder than the words. So, thank you, Maya, for today and letting us know about the emotional intelligence. Thank you so much for your time. Allah Hafiz.
I agree, action does speak louder than words. That's especially true when it comes to emotional intelligence. Thanks for having me, Mitha. It was a great conversation. Take care, and Allah Hafiz.